Okay, good morning, Team Impact. Good afternoon, whatever it is for you while you look at this video. Today is Thursday, September 12th. Let's just chat here for a minute. We're still warming up. So if you're at home, we're still warming up. It's vital that you take a look at Schoology and you read down through it. But this is part of our warm up today, the independent practice dividing a decimal by a decimal. Once we're done with this, we're going to work on the unit review today and tomorrow in class. On decimals, it's the last page of the packet, front and back. So you can see that. It's numbers 1 through 19. That will be due on Monday. All right, but right now, let's get warmed up with some decimals here, dividing them. And we're looking at a test partially at the end of class on Monday and all day Tuesday of next week. But regardless, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, I don't know how many we're going to do here. We'll see how time permits here. And let's get into this thing. Number one, the candy shop owner has 36 and 7/5 pounds of jelly beans. If the owner displays the jelly beans in containers that each hold 5.2 pounds, how many containers can the owner fill? So we have this many total pounds, and we didn't want to divide it up or split it up into that. So number one, hope you have some graph paper there. I'm going to get started here. So we're going to take 36 and 7/5, and we're going to divide that by 5.25. Okay, and I'm going to slide this up a little bit, and let's get into this thing. So when we have a decimal in the dividend and the divisor, we're going to move it over 2 places. We're going to move this decimal 2 places because there's 2 digits to the right. I want to move this decimal as far as I can to that bar. What I do outside, I'm going to do inside, and I'm going to take it up and put it into the quotient. So now I'm going to treat this like 2 whole numbers, 3,675 and 525. Okay? Okay. So will this go into 3? Certainly not. Into 36? No. 367? No. So I put X's there. Some of you will put zeros, which is fine. So this into 3,675. So let's see if we can get close here. 5 into 36. Well, 5 will go into 36 about 7 times, right? So I'm going to go with 7 here, and let's see what happens. And I'm going to actually come off to the side and do my work, right? Instead of listing all these big multiples, all right, I'm going to kind of use guess and check here. 7 5s are 35, carry the 3. 7 times 2 is 14, and 3 is 17, carry the 1. 35 and 1 is 36. They match. Beautiful. I'm going to subtract and get 0. I forgot to put my 7 up, and we need to rewrite this with a label. So how many containers? 7 containers. And let's circle that. Let's make a box, and I'll let you get caught up there a little bit. So not too bad. Just staying organized, and the graph paper does help. Okay? All right. So let's come down to number 2. Put a 2 here, circle it, and let's read it. If Nicholas spends $8.10 on candy corn, then how many pounds of candy corn did he purchase? Okay, well, we need to go up here, all right, in our glossary or our index up here, and take a look at this. Candy corn is here, and it looks like it's $4.50 a pound. So how many of these are in that? All right, so I'm going to kind of get set up here. I have $8.10. That is going to be my dividend, and my divisor is 4.50. Go ahead and get set up, and we'll pause so you can get caught up. Okay. Now, remember, just like in number 1, what I do outside, I'm moving it 2. I'm going to do inside, and I'm going to put it right up into my quotient, and there you have it. Okay. Now, will 450 go into 8? No. 81? No. But it will go into 810. I know because this is a multiple of 50, I know if I double this, it's 900. So it's going to only be one time. 1 times that is that, and we're going to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. I'm going to borrow and get 6, 360. My difference is less than my divisor. I'm in good shape. Annex is 0. Bring it down. Now, here we go with this again. 4 into 36. I take the first number into the first 2 numbers of my new dividend. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 9 is 36, right? But this is higher than 400. So I'm going to go back 1 to 8. And again, this is kind of trial and error, and let's come off to the side and take a look at it. 0, 32, carry the 3. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 3, all right? 8 times 5, ooh, whoa, here, I made a mistake here. Let's go back here. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 32 plus 4 is 36. I caught that mistake. It's okay. All right to make a mistake. The difference is 0. And how many of these are in this? 1 8/10. All right. And this is going to be labeled what? How many pounds? So let's label that. And let's abbreviate pounds with LBS. Okay. Good stuff. Number 3 is coming up here. Let me see what we look like on 3. Here we go. Number 3. Go ahead and get set up there. Take a peek at that. Look at the work. Look how clean it is. Look how I've labeled it. I've boxed it off. Get rid of the eraser pieces. And let's take a look at 3. Sarah has $15.60 to spend at the candy shop. If she wants to spend it all on sour straws, how many pounds, that's going to be our label, can she purchase? Purchase means buy, right? All right, so if I have this much money and I'm looking for sour straws, I'm looking at this piece right here, $6.50 per pound. Let's get set up here. $15.60 divided by $6.50. Oops, sorry you couldn't see that. Now, I'll pull this up a little bit and let's take a peek at it, okay? And it would probably be advantageous for you to go ahead and pause the video and maybe work on this on your own and then come back if you're at home. Right now, I'm going to move this thing over 2, and up. Okay? All right. Won't go into 1. 650 won't go into 15, and it certainly won't go into 156, right? But it will go into 1,560. Well, how many times will 6 go into 15? Well, we'll go 2 times. So 650 should go into that about twice. So let's put a 2. Come off to the side, do a little work. 10, carry the 1, 1,300. The power of math facts. That's why we do these every day. 1,300, subtract and get 260. My difference is less than my divisor. I'm in good shape. Let's annex a 0 and bring it down. Okay. Now, I'm going to extend this bar a little bit. 6 into 26. The first number into these two. Well, 6 4s are 24 and 6 5s are 30. So it's probably going to be 4. And most of these are going to come out even right now. It doesn't say to round, so therefore I'm going to assume that it's going to come out. 650 times 4, 0. 20, carry the 2, and that is 26. Look at that. So 2,600, we subtract and get 0. I circle that. but I got to label. And we already took a look at this, and this is in pounds. So let's label this 2 4/10 lbs. Okay? Good stuff so far. This is just a little piece of the warm-up. Probably could do one more. One more here, okay? And hopefully this is helping you, because this is the hardest part with decimals, right? I know that. Number 4. Let's put a 4 there and take a peek at the problem. Number 4 reads, Jane had a $20 bill that she used to buy 1 pound of gummy bears. Then she spent the remaining amount on chocolate rocks. How many pounds of chocolate rocks did she buy? Okay, so this is a kind of a multi-step question. She started with $20. She bought a pound of gummy bears. Well, we're going to have to go back up to our key, our index, and look at gummy bears, and a pound of those is $4.61. So if I buy a pound, I'm just going to subtract it from there. And I'm going to have to borrow down, right? And that goes to a 1, to a 9, to a 9, and to a 10. Okay? 10 minus 1. Well, that's 9. 9 minus 6 is 3, 5, and 1. So Jane has $15.39 to spend on chocolate rocks, right? Well, how much does chocolate rocks cost? Well, if we go up to this, it's $6.75 a pound. So how many of those are in this? Let's get set up on our graph paper. $15.39 divided by the chocolate rocks, which was $6.75 a pound. Okay, so that's how that problem should be set up. I'm running out of room here, so I hope I don't run out of room out of this. But let's get started here. What I do outside, I do inside. I'm going to take it right up, put it in my quotient. Okay? Now, 675 doesn't go into 1, doesn't go into 15, doesn't go into 153. But it will go into that. 6 goes into 15 2 times. I'm going to come off to the side and do my math. 10, carry the 1. 15, carry the 1. 13. This times 2 is 1350. Some of you could do that in your head, which is beautiful. Go ahead and subtract and get 9. 13 minus 5 is 8, 189. That is less than that. I'm in good shape. Annex is 0. Now, I don't need to have a decimal. There was 1 right there. We took it up. So I'm going to bring that down. Now, we're bigging it. This is probably as big as I would make you do. Probably too big. You know, again, I always say if it gets too big, I'd let you use a calculator. 6 into 18. Well, 6 3s are 18. But guess what? This is close to 700. So 3 is probably too big. So I'm going to go back to 2. Okay? And I'll know if it's okay. I've already done the legwork here. And that's 1,350. I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to end up with 540. As long as my difference is smaller than my divisor, which it is, I'm okay. It didn't come out to 0, so I'm going to annex another 0 and bring it down. Okay? I'm going to extend this bar, and last one. 6 into 54. Well, 6 9s are 54, but this is 5,400. And remember, this is close to 700. So I'm going to come back 1 to 8. And I'm going to come off to the side again. 675 times 8. So again, division is being organized, taking your time, a lot of guess and check. right? But let's go ahead and finish this problem out. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is 60. Carry the 6. 48 and 6 is 54. And there you have it. Bob is your uncle. Subtract and get 0. So we have 2 and 2800ths, but we have to go back and check what is our label on number 4. It says, how many pounds of chocolate rocks did she buy? Well, 2 and 2800ths pounds. And we can box that off. So that was our warm-up in class today. Again, after this, they were moving on to the unit review, which is on the opposite page. You can see it just says that there, 1 through 19. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.